I think, you know, it was easy for us because of what this is in, you know, what our ties to it. If you don't have any ties to a boat or something, maybe you wouldn't have that much dedication, or, you know, other things would come first. But, you know, I have a wife, and she was understanding enough that for basically 6-8 months, I was gone every weekend, you know, and that's tough. And without an understanding person and you know, wonderful wife, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that. But she knew what this was to us. You know, something like this doesn't come along every day. You have, you know, this was like an opportunity. Everything came together at a point, and we either take the opportunity or we don't. And we did, and she knew that this is like a dream project once in a lifetime, and we're gonna do it and get it done, you know. And so basically we dedicated it. We're gonna work until this is done, you know. And the people that work with us, Steve, John, Eddie, they basically said, you know, we'll take a day off when you take a day off. And, you know, we didn't take a day off.
Every weekend we showed up, man.
Yeah, sorry, Eddie, we want to work on Sunday. We got the keys to the shop, and we come in on Sunday, you know.
That's awesome.
And then drive back Sunday night, and then I would drive back Monday morning back over to Opelika, work all day with Eddie and whoever, fiberglass and sanding, and then drive back again.
That's all. I mean, that's the labor of love, and that's what people, you know, that's what they have to understand when you get a boat like this. It's not in this condition.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you guys.
Well, everybody asks, like, you guys did this yourselves. I mean, well, we did it. We did a lot of the work, but we had, you know, the best in the business helping us out.
Who did you have? Could you give us a whole?
Sure.
I see, you know, we see the names on the trailer, but sitting here.
I mean, we'll start from the beginning to the end, and basically, John Pompey from Marine Performance was who we met first. He helped us with the D-rig, you know, get us familiar with what we were dealing with here, you know, and things that had the drives, gimbals had been on the boat for 27 years, you know, so they didn't want to come off the boat, but we persuaded them. You know? And
give them a helping hand.
Yeah, and John was determined to do that, you know, because we would have got stuck at certain points, but, you know, people that have been in the industry for 30 years, they know the ins and the outs, and they know how to get things done, you know. They've seen it all before, so that was a tremendous help. Now, while we were up there at John's shop, he introduced us to Chris Dilling of Graphic Effects, and he basically took the boat, picked tons of pictures of the boat and digitized. So basically took all the old graphics and made them in a digital format, so we could clean everything up, make it modern, make it exactly the way it was, but crisp, clean, you know, perfect, you know.
And get up close, you can see the quality.
So, just, you know, he spent a ton of time doing that, getting all the lines, measuring everything so it's exactly the way it was, you know. And then after that, after we were done with the D-rig, you know, Chris went off and did his work. We took the boat over to Velocity. Again, Kim and Steve Stepp at Velocity, Kenny, Mike, all those guys over there started replacing the things, repairing the things that need to be done. You know, we can't replace the transom. We don't have the expertise to do it. So we dug out the transom. We could do the labor, and then they would do the technical part.
Just tell us what to do.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
We're here for you.
Sure.
And so they replaced the transom, the floorboards, the bulkhead, behind the dash, any of the rot. So we got back to a solid hull. And you know, the boat's sitting out in the elements for, we don't even know how long, you know, it was out there. It takes a toll on it. So we wanted to get back, take it down to the bare essentials, so we get a solid foundation and build up like perfect from there. So basically, you know, after that, you know, we went up there, and it was sanding process. You know, get down to get everything smooth. We sanded forever, you know, for weeks and weeks and weeks. And Chris Dilling then introduced us to Eddie Guardado.
The one to kind of backstep for one thing, that was just a memorable time of it when we were sanding. Well, originally when we were on top, we sanded down and found the original paint job when it was in the M class, first class it raced in before it went to V. So that was cool, you know, you just sand off layers and find it, and so then we got
sanding through time, you know, because you're sanding, when it first raced in '83, it was the M class modified, V's and the Cats raced together. And then in '84, they split the classes, and the V's, it became the V class, and so that was really cool, sanding off the V, and then there was the M underneath it.
Oh, that's really neat.
But that got us thinking, what else can we find? What else can we sand down and find? and we found my father's name. And I mean, we had to look and just be so careful because we knew where they were at.
Wow.
And we saw Steve and we saw the flags from where they won the races, but to see it, and Jordan's got his camera and took some awesome pictures of my dad's name. Yeah, and that was awesome.
And those little things helped keep our spirits alive when times were getting tough. And
Oh, sure.
Our shoulders felt like they were both going to separate and sanding. And
Oh, I'm sure there was definitely blood and tears.